So, starting over again.
Go.
Okay. So, starting over again. That last couple minutes never actually happened. So, again, this is Brawl Minus. It's, it runs the exact same as regular Brawl, but, it's a little faster because, one, I'm playing on emulator, because that's faster, and that's kind of the best way to actually play this that works. And two, it's because everyone's kind of faster, and, like, they hit harder, for one reason or another. So that's cool. So this first section is kind of just in like an arena fight with Kirby. Gonna be hitting stuff and killing things as we do in this game. Gonna try and not get this hammer. Alright. So that was that. That was pretty alright. Next up is gonna be the PD fight, where we get some special music. This music is different because the game itself has like other stages, and they just used this audio for it, so that's how that works. Alright, so now we're gonna go into Skyworld, and not too much to say about this yet. If you know Brawl, you can see that Pit's side B in the air is a little different. We're going to be using that a bit to just gain speed horizontally in the air and be good and not die. Cool. So Pit's faster, or actually everyone's faster, because both because of the mod and in normal Brawl, everyone's speed is normalized in Subspace, but is not here, as far as I'm aware. Everyone's like their full speed or their enhanced speed due to the mod. So that's pretty cool, and it makes everything faster. You'll see once I get to control Falcon that he's very quick. So now we're gonna do the Skyworld Glide, same as regular Brawl. Pit's Glide is the same, and it's the same as usual. So we're just gonna be skipping over everything pretty much. There's a fight trigger here that we're just gonna glide right over. And that was good. And that's Skyworld. So also here, talking about speed, Sheik is a little quicker. And compared to Brawl, Subspace, she's a lot quicker. Some interesting notes about Sheik. She has a couple extra jumps. Her dash attack, spot dodge, and air dodge are all vanishes now, which is kind of nice. And just all around faster. So we should just cruise through Sea of Clouds here. Really no problem. Don't even have to worry about that. Or anything. So also something interesting is when you're jumping out of a dash, you carry your momentum. You don't do that in Brawl, which is kind of strange. I feel like you should. But it's really useful in this just for maintaining speed and kind of just easier platforming in general. That hit me. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna be able to outrun this boulder just because we can. And then we're gonna hit this guy a couple times, and that's Sea of Clouds. So Sheik's forward air in this is similar to melee, where it's like really strong. So that's really nice because I believe it gets used later. Yeah, it gets used in one of the halberd levels. So this is almost identical to Brawl. Something else to note that I haven't mentioned yet is Brawl Minus increases hit stun. So the amount of time before you can act out of like getting hit or like taking damage is increased, which kind of makes these barrels a little bit more difficult because we usually air dodge out of them, but there's really not enough time now to do that. So it's a little interesting. Similarly with the sleds that I was on with Pit's Glide, that's the same case. It takes a little bit more time to be able to react and air dodge out of it, say. Okay, that worked. For some reason, in vanilla, I'll just refer to regular Brawl as vanilla from now on. You really it's really difficult to tech that, and I don't know if it's because I'm on emulator or it's because of the game, but I have no trouble with it here. So that's just kind of weird. Might be because of emulator, because there's little to no lag. That might be it, because there does not seem to be a big frame window for it, but don't know. It's not really a big deal either way. So we're just gonna hit some stuff here. Take a death with Diddy. DK is better. Kind of. He's just not faster. Alright, cool. There aren't too many changes to DK, except if you down B in the air, he does that shrug, which is very good and very important. Alright, and that's jungle. Actually went really well. We're gonna do playing with Mario. I don't really know if Mario or Pit is faster. They both seem good, so I'm just gonna use Mario for convenience. His dash attack is quite obviously different. It's meant to emulate the dives from Super Mario 64. Just pretty cool. I like it. It's kind of like a two-part move where if you press A again, you can finish off the dive. So it just looks pretty cool. It's not really used for speed. I think it might be a little faster if it used like perfectly, but that's kind of hard to time that much, and it wouldn't really save any time or much time at all. So I'm gonna be looking for a couple items here. One's the hothead or the fireball. That'll make the fight a lot faster. Mega mushrooms are always nice as well, but they're really not necessary. They're just nice to have. Same with a Franklin badge for these guys. Cool. Other than that, items are kind of not helpful. I don't know how that didn't hit him. Okay. Cool. So one more of these. Shells are also pretty good. Oh yeah, also if you haven't noticed, all the Primids have Waluigi sound files because reasons. Like I mentioned earlier, the Waluigi's a character in this game. I'm not gonna see him at all, but his sound clips are just replaced with the Primids, so that's how that works. So we're gonna have Rayquaza here. Gonna give me bad RNG. Unfortunately, that's the worst move you can do in this situation, but it's not too bad. And that's that. So now we're just gonna roll through the end of or all of Lake with Fox here. He's pretty quick, which is really nice. So something special about Fox here is that his illusion side B can be canceled into anything except like another side B, but that'll be kind of used fairly heavily later on. So like there, it's just used for speed. Most of the time you can just run through everything because there's really no reason not to. This whole area is pretty quick. That was really good. He can also wave dash, but it's not really used too much. Alright, and that's that. Now we have the auto scroller, which is slow. So like the vanilla route, I'm gonna switch into Diddy whenever I feel like, because he's still better for Bowser. Because Fox does not have a spike still. Except like Shine, where that's kind of inconsistent. So I'm not really gonna worry about it. We will see Fox later, I think. Yeah, we'll see him in Swamp, where his movement gets to be shown off a lot more. So that's really cool. That's one of the cooler levels to watch. It's still difficult, but it looks nice. You can do some fun movement stuff. Diddy also has infinite bananas, which is kind of cool. As long as you toss the one you already have out, you can just keep getting new ones. Alright. And on to the Bowser fight. So, this Bowser fight's kind of the same as vanilla. Just gonna want him to run towards me. Please, thank you. Can do that, and spike him twice, and he's dead. And that's the whole fight. Which is good, because that fight can suck. So now I have the classic Ruin Zoo auto-scroller. It's a whole 2 minutes of nothing. So, if anyone has any questions in chat, I am watching and reading regarding this game, Brawl, me, my other speed games. Same goes for the whole run, honestly. I'll just be reading throughout. Alright, so just walking. Am I still alive inside? Considering. Possibly. During this auto-scroller, no, because it sucks. This is like the only bad auto-scroller in the game. Even like Glacial Peak is not this bad. Even if Glacial Peak is longer. Something cool with Lucas is that his PK Fire, if you haven't seen already, kinda just sends him distances. which used in conjunction with the magnet is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Alright. Porky fight. Same as usual. We're just gonna down smash him a lot. Hope for not bad RNG, which is pretty okay. That's not okay. That is pretty good. Alright. Not a great fight, but that's fine. It's not really a big deal. Alright, gonna pick Lucas here. This Pokemon trainer is a little buggy. If you see on the left, the sprite's a little messed up. That is because Pokemon trainer is not really a character in Brawl Minus. Instead, it's each individual Charizard, Squirtle, and Ivysaur. So you can still use them, and if I was to like die here, I would still show up as Squirtle, but it's a little weird. Alright. So I'm just going to be using PK Fire for movement. Looks cool, works well. And we're just going to make our way through this fight. This long fight. Lucas can also act out of dash attack, so you can effectively like dash cancel, which is also fairly nice. Not really going to be used, but it's there. Alright, so moving into the last room of Ruin Zoo. Kind of just walking past stuff, doing some movement. I am going to go for the skip here, just because I can. Alright, looks good. So that skips a fight. It does take a little while to set up, so it's kind of don't really know if it's really worth it or not. It just looks cool, so I'll do it. Martha's also really quick, so we can just run past everybody with no issue. This is also kind of why the the speeds are balanced in vanilla, so you don't just run past enemies completely. I think, at least, that would make sense. Okay. So going into this next fight, it's fairly long, and I'm going to be Marth, just because he hits a little harder than Meta Knight. But they're both good to use here, really doesn't matter. I just use Marth because I'm comfortable, but Meta Knight really doesn't lose much time. It might even save, I'm not sure. Regardless, I'm going to be dying right before the fight ends here to switch into Meta Knight, because we need him for the next part. Come on. There we go. So I kind of just need to like pay attention and not accidentally finish the fight without Meta Knight, but we're good. So finish this fight, and we're gonna go right into the next room where Meta Knight has a couple cool glide skips. So this one being the first one. And this one will trigger a couple events. So we're going to trigger this fight, run back to the one we just skipped, bring one of these Primids along for the run into the auto-scroller, where we will wait a little bit before eventually killing the Primid. now. So now I'm kind of on a timer. I need to finish the room before my time is up, or else I'll just die. Which is fine, but it's a little slow. So I'm going to reset the camera there, skip this fight, and do a couple more dives, and skip this fight, and we're good. Yeah, so, like I mentioned earlier, that's actually kind of bad. My timer ran out, and I did not skip the auto-scroller completely. So I guess we're just going to go through the fights then. That's kind of unfortunate. If that one Prima didn't hit me, I would have been fine, but he decided it was not my day. I mean, these fights are fairly quick, but it's obviously better to skip them because you don't have to do them at all. And alright, so I'll do that. I think, yeah. So usually I'd be Meta Knight here, but it really doesn't matter. Martha's actually kind of better for this next fight. But we're just Meta Knight because, or usually Meta Knight because we skip the whole part, obviously. Okay, and it should be one or two more. And done. Cool. So something that I found in this game, when you're in these minecarts, you can cancel with any move. So like if I was to input up B, I would do an up B. In vanilla, if I was to do an up B, it would give me a neutral B, which is kind of weird, and I don't know why it works in this version, but not vanilla. So that's something to note, that I don't know why it happens. Alright. Yeah, I would have been able to show it off better with Meta Knight, but I wasn't Meta Knight. So we're gonna do another fight skip here. Hopefully get it. Yeah, it looks good. No, it doesn't. Thought that was fine, but it was a little too high. It did spawn me on the other side of the fight, so we are good. And that's Battlefield Fortress. I'm kind of lucky that spawned me there. Because if it didn't, I would be a little screwed. So now we're going to be Yoshi, and Yoshi's egg roll, or side B, is a lot faster, but you only have a limited time to use it. So you can't kind of use it indefinitely, which is kind of annoying at times, but it's not really that bad. He also has 2 jumps, and every single character in the game has a wall jump. So that's pretty cool. Yoshi can cancel his down B with anything, including another down B. Yes, every single character has a wall jump. Egg roll also does not put you into free fall, which is really nice. And it's pretty good for getting just momentum. It's kind of annoying to kill these puppets because usually we just kill them with one up air, but we can't do that now because up air just seems to be weaker, which is a little annoying. But we make do. Egg roll is also inconsistent with hitboxes, so we kind of just make it work. I don't actually think I need to hit the button there. Okay. I don't know why I slid, but Interesting. It's also interesting that I killed that shell thing right away. Alright. The eggs burn just because that's just how it works. I think they explode or something. It's just what the devs wanted to do with Yoshi. So both Zerasu and Pikachu are fairly quick here, but we're just gonna pick Pikachu. Just because he's a bit better at mobility, vertically especially. Alright. Okay, okay. I'll take it. That's fine. The hit stun probably would have screwed me over. So same skips as normal. Gonna use Thunder to hit a button above me, and that will activate the next part of the level. Pikachu's back air is frisbee-like in nature. So he kind of just goes flying when it's used, which is kind of funny. So you can kind of just fly. If I sit here, I should be safe. Pikachu's Thunder spikes. It doesn't in vanilla, so that's going to make this fight a little different. Still going to use it, but they might fall. Like that. And it's also going to make the Dark Samus fight later a little bit trickier. Because it's a bit more difficult to kill him off the top instead of usual. I'm going to have to kill him off the side / bottom, which is kind of strange. Alright, I'll move on to the climb. Try and climb up this tower. That's fine. Move past all these bombs and enemies. It's fine. Go into the Metal Primate fight. These guys are annoying. Thankfully they're cooperating and not hitting me that much.
Welcome back to another episode.
Alright, and that's Research 1. It's one of the longer ones. Still not too bad though. Alright, so this is a fairly difficult split just because this first fight is really hard. So I'm going to try and do a setup to make it faster, but Zelda's not cooperating. So what I tried to do there was do the side B to pull Zelda over, and then just hit, but it didn't kill, so that sucks. Alright, this should be fun. No? Alright. Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess. Please leave. Thank you. Alright, so both this one and the next one are really, really difficult splits just because these fights are just bad. So the strat kind of just becomes throw them towards the end and then hit them. So that was a better fight, but the first one was a little rough. So again, we have different music. This is Temple 64. It's really good. Alright. So I'm gonna hit these bomb guys with forward smash, so they can hit each other. It's still kind of weird. We usually just use the egg roll, but you can't really do that because egg roll is inconsistent with his hitbox and kind of slow, and it only lasts for like a certain amount of time, which is also pretty bad. But that's fine. So this part's kind of just a moving platform auto-scroller. Alright, bye hammer. I don't know why that hammer just like detached from me. Alright, cool. Yeah, I'm currently speedrunning Subspace Emissary in Brawl minus, as the sidebar says. With Yoshi is do you see there's kind of like a glow at the end of the this move, the neutral air? If you were to hit that, it does like a lot more damage for some reason. I guess it like rewards you if you hit it with like the last hit. Jigglypuff's pound is also like this, and they both just like hit for a lot, which is kind of cool. That just do damage to him. Looks like I just did damage to him with up taunt. Interesting. Okay. I'll believe that. Alright. So that's the Lakeshore auto-scroller. This is great music. This fight's a little different because I can't up air, but it's fine. Alright, cool. Alright, you can jump out of shields. I figured you would, but in Brawl, Melee, and 64, you cannot jump out of Yoshi's shield. Specifically Yoshi. You can jump out of anyone else's shield, but not Yoshi's. So they did make that change in this mod. They also made the change in Smash 4, which is fairly nice. Ah. Come on. And that's the end of Lakeshore. So we will revisit that music later, which is pretty cool. So now we're on Path to the Ruins, which is almost identical to Vanilla. Gonna be skipping a fight. Only exception is movement's a little faster with PK Fire. And that's a fight skip. Really easy fight skip, honestly. I can't say I've actually missed that. Like once I knew what I was doing. Alright, that was good. Ah. Okay. Don't know why I couldn't jump there. Alright. So these enemies, when you do enough damage to them, they like transform to their next size, I guess. And these guys have 3. It's a little annoying. If you hit them fast enough, they don't actually transform. And you kind of just kill them while they're blue, and it's really nice because you don't have to do that. These Armites are probably the worst enemies in the game, just because they're really annoying. Okay. Alright, cool. Gonna pick Lucas, and we're going to just go to the side here. Hopefully Wario will follow in a good way. And come here so I can grab him. No. This is a fairly inconsistent method. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. Alright, so like the normal strat is to just PK fire him against the walls here, but it's a little more difficult in this because PK fire moves you so much, so it's kind of harder to set it up. But that was a little sloppy, but it worked. Alright, so now we're gonna go into cave, use Yoshi again. Go through a couple fights. Really nothing of note here, honestly. It's the same stuff as I've already talked about. That was a nice hammer throw. This guy needs to die. I don't even know like where this music comes from. It's like a metal remix from Animal Crossing. No, this is Animal Crossing music. It's just remixed. Like, I don't think this is in the actual game, but like, I think it's like KK Cruisin' or something. Yeah. Or KK Ridin'. I don't remember exactly, but it's one of those. Alright, thought I can hit him a little earlier, but didn't. Alright, if I didn't lose my first jump there, that would have been better. Alright, and that's the end of cave. It's a fairly straightforward level. You're supposed to be able to pick Squirtle or Pokemon Trainer here, but you can't for some reason, and you can only pick Lucas. So it still gives you the prompt, but it automatically picks Lucas, which is kind of weird. which makes this part a little bit more difficult, because when we try to skip cycles, and I would have had it actually if this guy didn't hit me, but it's really not a big deal. Loses maybe a couple seconds if I get this next cycle, which looks not good. Okay, I thought it was. Guess Lucas is just like a bigger frame to get squashed by. But I mean, it's really not a big deal because we're still Lucas. Auto scroller, as we do. For some reason you can't break bricks with PK Fire. I don't know why. But that's how it works. You could break them with ice, but not fire. This means that ice is the better element. No Pokemon Trainer here because you can't pick them. It's for some reason with like the separation of Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard, you can't guess you just can't use them. I don't know, because you're given the option earlier to like in not this level to pick Pokemon Trainer, and it works. But for some reason here you're just not allowed to, which is a little odd. But we deal, and Lucas it is. Squirtle's kind of only used for that first part anyways, like I would be SDing here as Squirtle to become Lucas anyways, so it's not really a big deal. Because we do need Lucas later. So I'm gonna go in this door, and then leave immediately to get rid of the platform here, and just fall down. It's a little faster than just waiting. Alright. These fights are kind of difficult. Depends on how well I can hit that. Alright, that was good. Cool. Good start. I don't really want this curry. Actually, do I? Nah, I'm good. So, curry in Brawl Minus, sometimes, or it does, but it might also give you the curry effect. It gives you what is called turbo, and what that is when you can cancel any move into any other move, which is pretty cool. But when you have the curry effect with it, it's really not good, just because of how it is. But like for some reason, sometimes it's both curry and turbo or just turbo. I don't really know like what determines it. He just broke my shields. Wow. My shield was up for like a frame and he's broke it. That's interesting. Alright, and now we're going to go into the Charizard fight, which is awful. Never mind, it's actually really good. You know, if he's going to do that, that's great, but that was probably the best Charizard fight I've ever had in vanilla or minus. So that's kind of funny. That fight is usually not that easy. Alright, so now we actually get to like kind of explore Meta Knight's movement that isn't just gliding. In minus, Meta Knight can use all of his specials in the air once, at least. Unless you get hit, then you can use them again. But this also removes the free fall aspect to his specials. So we can freely tornado and be fine afterwards and not have to worry about falling. Tornado is also really good for horizontal movement here. It's really fast. And I'll be using that for like 30 minutes in the maze. So that's fun. But yeah, the best part of it is that you can just jump right out of it or do like another special out of it, which is nice because having to wait is annoying. Alright, so I'm gonna try and... Alright, never mind. I was gonna try and get that, use that enemy to bring me up a bit higher, but... Alright, we're good. So that skips another fight. I made use of both Tornado. I really couldn't do much with Tornado because if I was to mash B, I would get a lot of vertical height, which is not what usually happens in vanilla, and I would just die. So I don't want to do that. Another thing I haven't mentioned yet is in vanilla, Meta Knight can glide with his up B. Here he can't, so we need to rely on his jump glide, if you will. If you hold jump, you start gliding. So we need to use that instead of the shuttle loop glide. And it's a little bit more difficult to use because you don't really start with a lot of momentum after the regular glide. With shuttle loop you would have. So to account for that, I kind of just sometimes just shuttle loop like twice and then start gliding. But it depends on where I am at the time. That's fine. Should be fast enough for these guys. No, I'm not. Never mind. Alright, and now we're going to start the Gallium fight. It's actually Pichu. It does get a little loud here, possibly, because the sounds kind of just stack on top of each other for some reason. So bear with me while we do this fight. So I'm gonna get the curry here. So because of the turbo, which is like this blue effect around me, I could just spam neutral air and do a lot of damage to him, which is really nice. So turbo is a really good item. We have Gallium again, and we're going to use Charizard. And again, because of the separation, they move down B to they move Rock Smash to down B instead of side, and the result of that is every time you do it, it looks like Pokemon Trainer is calling back Charizard, but he's actually not. So that's kind of weird. Alright, so now I have Wilds 2. Gonna pick Yoshi for this, and actually keep Yoshi through the whole thing. If you're familiar with vanilla runs at all, we usually pick Yoshi here and then just get rid of him. But we can still use Yoshi. He's a little faster than it. Unless I die, well then that sucks. Oh. Give me the trophy. No. Whatever. That'll hit one of them. The Might trophy, probably the easiest one to get. I think I have like 10 of these. I got some trophy there. It's not really important. As mentioned before, you can just cancel down B into anything. Including a jump, which is nice. It's good for like just mind games in like actual competitive Brawl minus. That's kind of a thing, actually. A little bit. we can easily dispatch of these guys. And this one. Alright. So we're gonna do a skip here by just jumping over, which is really easy. That's also why we pick Yoshi. Pit can also do it, but it's actually faster with Yoshi. I started running Brawl minus because I was running Brawl, and I just wanted to run this, honestly. I've always been a fan of the mod. I was just like, hey, what if I ran the Subspace in it? And now we're here. And that's the end of Wilds 2. Fairly quick stage. And now we have one of the hardest. It's less hard here, but it's still kind of rough. Swamp. So as I mentioned earlier, we're going to look at Fox's movement, which is mainly just going to be side Bs, but by canceling them with Nair, that's bad. All right, by canceling them with Nair, it's better, but we didn't get to see that as well. And I'll die again. No, maybe not. Brawl minus competitive is a thing because Brawl minus is a thing, honestly. If there's a Smash game, people are going to play it competitively. Alright, this is weird. Kind of want to be Fox right now, but it's a bit late. Come on, thank you. Alright, that was a little awkward. Thankfully, Diddy's barrels aren't as nerfed in this, in Subspace, as they are in Vanilla. They're nerfed heavily in Vanilla because the gravity is so different, so it's kind of annoying. Okay. So like the other stage I was in, you can skip some of the autoscroller, not all of it, but a good bit of it. I went into that door really late though, so it wasn't as good as it could have been. Yeah, this song's really good. Alright, so we're gonna go into the giant Diddy fight, and wish me luck because this fight's annoying. So I'm gonna try and grab him, and do that. Okay, well that was easy then. Never mind. So I just grabbed him and threw him into the blast zone. That's really all there was to it. Ah. Don't actually want that mushroom. Really good barrel cycle. Really good barrels. Hitting these bullet bills a lot. Okay, that was weird. I like let go of the ledge for some reason. Come on. Yeah, I don't know why that ledge is weird. If you cancel your illusion with shine, you can like almost stall. Not really, but you can stall enough to keep most of your height, which is really nice. This fight's same as vanilla, just a lot of forward smashes. That's weird. Come on. Yeah, I'm not sure what why I had Turbo and then Curry kind of just appeared. It's kind of weird. It's fine though. Alright, and with that, that's the end of Swamp. And next is another difficult stage, Research Facility 2, where we're going to pick Zero Suit and kind of just maneuver through everything here. Yeah. Alright, nice. Nice down air. So we actually can't speed up our descent with down air here. So, it's kind of slow. Sub 1 Research 2 isn't too hard in vanilla, or not vanilla, in minus. Like in my PB I have it. So as I mentioned earlier, Thunder spikes. So if I can get these Dark Sandwiches to the end of, or to the ledge, I could just use Thunder and they'll die. If I can do that properly. That works too. I'm not sure if this will be sub 1 Research 2, but we'll see. It hasn't been going too poorly, honestly. Yeah, that's gonna kill me. Alright, that kind of sucks. This room continues to be really hard. I need to be dead here. So I'm just gonna drop. Alright. So we're gonna jump here. Get stuck in a wall, I guess. And then die. So now we're up here. And we can do a little skip. That skips a fight and just makes it generally faster. So this is kind of a sequence break. If I don't die. It's not even like a sequence break, it just skips some stuff here. You're not intended to go to that teleport pad. You're supposed to go through a little maze-like thing and do a fight, but we don't have to because Pikachu can get just up enough to be good. Alright, so now we have Ridley. I'm gonna use Samus because neutral air is fairly good. Alright, and that'll be the end of that. I think it's gonna put, at my split times, that will be a 59-59. Maybe not, no, that'll be a little later. just because the time's different. It's like a 10, 110 or something. Alright, so as I mentioned earlier, Falcon is really fast. He's really fast. So that's the whole platforming part, and now we just have a fight. Oh, just missed everything there. Ooh, the lag. Ah, come on. Alright, cool. I love how Knee doesn't even, like, KO him. Alright, bye. Alright. So that's the end of that. Fairly quick. So now we have Glacial Peak, where the normal movement is kind of like all screwed up, just because Shuttle Loop doesn't work how it usually does. So it's a little slower. Okay. So normally with Meta Knight, you can only use up B once in the air, but if you use it on the ground, as I have been, you can use another one right after, or just at all. So that's good for a little extra height. They also removed the Infinite Dimensional Cape and replaced it with like an instant attack out of down B, which is kind of nice because it prevents stalling, I guess. Alright. Really not much to say here, just because it's an auto-scroller, as you do. Gotta make sure to heal, even if you're at 14%. Very important. There's the trophy. Alright. So I can enter the store a little faster. And now we have some more upward scaling. So actually surprised I didn't get hit by that one. These guys are really annoying. Ah. Come on. Alright. So now we have the Lucario fight. Almost. Oh, wrong way. Alright. Okay, he got hit by that. Interesting. Alright. That was a pretty okay fight. Not great, but it was good enough. Alright, so Canyon, we're gonna use Yoshi. As usual. Yeah, I didn't want to get hit by that. Whatever. Yoshi's up smash is really quick. That hit nobody. So it's a really good tool to kill enemies. There we go. Ah, come on. There we go. Alright, these guys aren't really cooperating. Cool. Couple more of these. Okay. That one's just gonna do what it wants. And that'll do Canyon. The whole purpose of that is just filler, pretty much, honestly. Like, it's just one fight, and then you're done. So now you start the Halberd segments, where we're gonna see Snake for a bit. His fastest form of movement is dash attack. Nice. Yeah, so dash attack is best for him, but he's really not that good. He'll be used later, but Meta Knight's a bit better right now. So now there's 3 of these generators, those like black orb things that we need to beat. And it's just do a lot of damage to them until they break. Alright. Okay, bye. He just disappeared. That was kind of weird. But I'll take it, I guess. Meta Knight's Tornado does not last as long as vanilla, so it's a little annoying. Nice shot. Ah, a little too long. Okay. So now we have another Dark Princess fight with both Peach and Zelda now. This fight's the exact same as vanilla. We're just gonna down smash into the sides and be on with it. Come on. Don't actually want that. Alright, that was pretty okay. Had to bring Peach around a couple times though. So exterior with Sheik is better because Sheik is fairly quick, as I mentioned a while ago. Sheik does have an extra jump, which is good because her jump height is lower than normal. Alright. So as mentioned earlier, her forward air is a lot better. So we can actually just take these guys out with one forward air. Cool. Gonna try not to die here. Alright. Alright. That'll be the halberd exterior. One more fight on the bridge here, and then we're done with that section. So, like how Galleon was Pichu, Duon is Roy. This is also similar to PM, where that's also the case. So I'm kind of just using the Dacus here, which more or less is a sliding up smash. And it's pretty nice for moving. But that's the Duon fight and that's bridge. Really not much to say there. So now we're going to have the Subspace Bomb Factory 1, where we're just going to run around with Samus. And then just hit some stuff and be done. This whole segment's under a minute long. I believe it's because they intended you to explore more. But if you know where you're going, you don't have to. Alright, and that's the segment. So again, it's really quick. But this one is a lot longer. This one's about 6... I think my gold is under 6 minutes. So again, we're going to be Falcon. He's fast, he's good. It's also fairly strong, which is good for this stuff. Alright, cool. So you can charge a Falcon Punch to be used later, which is kind of cool. I don't know if it persists through doors. Let's see. Probably not. Yeah, it doesn't. Figured as much. But yeah, Falcon's quick. And now Falcon's dead. Okay. Just fine. We can make do without. Would have liked to keep him, but whatever. Okay. Kinda don't want to lose Diddy though. I think Minus is a bit better about the camera angle there. For that, like, damage boost skip thing. Not sure though. Come on. Alright. So here's probably the hardest part of the segment, the fight. It sucks. It's really long, mainly, that's why. Kind of already messed a lot of it up. Just because I should be up airing those guys, but that's fine. I did not want the hammer. And it's actually not that bad. In Brawl, I don't know if they probably didn't fix it in Minus, or they probably didn't change it in Minus. There's a chance that your hammer can just break, and that's not good because then you can't use it, and you're just holding a stick, which is not fun. Okay. Ooh. Alright, and we got 2 tanks here. I missed it. If you hit him early enough, you can do that, which is a quick kill. So we don't have to wait for this whole business. Can we not, please? Please? Thank you. Alright. Yeah, this fight on Intense is extremely difficult. Because everyone has a lot of health, and they do a lot of damage and knockback. Alright. So that fight wasn't really great, but it was good enough. Nice. So yeah, you can charge the charge Falcon Punch. It's really not that used here, or it's never used here, like for a good method. But it looks cool. It's Falcon Punch, so that's fine. Alright. Second and last auto-scroller of this section. Alright. Now we're gonna go down to Meta Ridley. And hope it doesn't go too badly. Which it looks pretty okay so far. That's not really good though. Good. Alright. So Bomb Factory 2, the longest segment in the game, the longest single stage rather, is done. That went well. I got a really lucky item drop there. Normally, Meta Knight's Nair won't kill them. It's a bit weaker in minus. So it's a little weird that one fight. But no problems here. So entrance to Subspace, pretty much only an auto-scroller. There's going to be some gliding later to skip fights, but for now it's just this. So I just kind of need to not die with Meta Knight. Subspace the fun parts percent. Yes. Come on. Ah, that's bad. Alright, well, that's not gonna work either. Alright, cool. Kinda saved it. And that is, that. So if you're familiar with Vanilla, you'll know that in Subspace 1 we grab Pokemon Trainer, Marth, and Falcon. Well, some people do. But you grab at least Pokemon Trainer. We don't need to do that, because for some reason, unbeknownst to me, well, there's some reasoning, but you cannot actually, yeah, that's kind of hard. You cannot actually pick Pokemon Trainer for Maze, so we just don't even need to get him, and he's not used at all. In fact, we're not going to get anyone in this Subspace 1. There's no need to, and I will explain why in a minute. Come on. Yeah, that does that. You just get a Might diving on you. Really not a big deal. Luigi's side B is always misfire, which is kind of nice. Come on, dude. I don't know why I didn't die, but okay. That's Subspace 1. That was a little weird. So Subspace 2. Gonna grab Zelda for reasons. Okay. And now we're going to grab Link. So grabbing both Zelda and Link allows us to get Ganondorf, which is going to be used for a boss fight. Just because he's pretty good. Alright, and auto-scroller. This is the last auto-scroller of the run, TM? Something like that. I think it's this one. It's one of the last, if not the last. How was my sleep? I'm still exhausted, but I got enough last night. Today's a really busy day for me. As like all Saturdays are. I have not played Brawl in a long time, actually. Like, probably over a week. So I've been really swamped with work. Okay, he's just gonna spawn and fall immediately. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I have this, and then later today I'm doing another speedrun event. Which is gonna be really cool. And I'm excited for it. It's not a marathon, we're doing a mystery tournament. And we're gonna be on the Games Done Quick Twitch channel. Actually. So that's really cool. Alright, so Subspace is over, and now begins Great Maze. Alright. Yeah, mystery tournament. So Great Maze is same as vanilla, except the methods to kill the enemies are different. Yeah, this is the fun part. We have around 28 minutes of movement. Yay. Honestly, the movement here isn't really too bad because Meta Knight's kind of nice. Movement-wise. Tornado is like really nice. So what I'm gonna be trying doing is doing stuff with up B, because in vanilla we usually use shuttle loop to kill him off the side. Because we don't have that type of shuttle loop now, we have to kind of resort to killing off the top, which is most consistent. And I do that by combining up Bs and up airs, and it all works usually. Sometimes they don't really go well, but hopefully they will. So like that. For all intents and purposes right now, we can say that up B connects into another up B. mainly because the CPUs like don't DI or like change the way they move in the air. So we can kind of just abuse that to kill a lot faster. So most of these fights are fairly consistent. Some aren't. Like some are fairly difficult, but it just depends on how the AI is feeling that day. Ooh, nice lag spike. Alright, and move through to get to Yoshi. Yoshi's one of the special ones because I can't really hit him out of his jump. Is that super armor? That's not good to have, Yoshi. Thank you. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Move through here as usual. Gonna glide through, kind of. Get Diddy. Alright, so that DI was kind of good, but no big deal. Going to go into this room, leave, because we're gonna have to warp back here later. Like, very soon. Captain Falcon. Nice. That was a pretty good fight. That fight's one of the harder ones because you don't really have platforms to work with that well. Alright. So now we have Olimar, and this is the last one, then we're gonna reset. Alright, this guy's gonna be a little annoying. Get up there. So now we're gonna reset because I don't really want to backtrack. And it would be actually slower if I had backtracked. So we're just gonna do that. Gonna move back to this place where I just was. Pick Ganondorf because you'll see. He's pretty good for the do-one fight. That's bad. Alright, and that's the do-one fight. Fortunately, I had to get hit twice there, but usually it's just one. So, in minus, Ganon's Warlock Punch is really good, and it does a lot of damage. So we just use it for a fight. For the boss fight, where you need to do a lot of damage really quickly. Normally in vanilla we would use Charizard there because Rock Smash is good, but this is better. And we can't use Charizard anyways, so. Alright, moving on to Game & Watch. After a bit of movement here. I really like the music in this stage. I think it's Lavender Town. I don't know exactly. That was a noise. But yeah, Lavender Town is a stage here, and I believe that's what that music is. Not sure though. That's fine. Ah. Alright. Meta Knight's also one of the harder ones because platforms. We can actually kill him off the side. But it's still kind of tricky. There we go. Alright. That's not what I wanted. Oops. Trying to glide. That's what that was. Alright, moving on to the next one, which is Ness in this case. So it's pretty easy. Because he's just going to jump right at me. Like some of them do. Alright. So next boss is Porky. I'm gonna try and not die. Gonna try and not die. We're good. Thought I got out of the way in time, but no. Alright, good. That was a pretty okay fight. And I still got hit though. That kind of sucks. I'm gonna heal just to be safe. I was not going to if he didn't hit me for that 30 there, but oh well. Good thing is if I buffer up B, I can just get right onto the platform, and it takes basically no time. It's also really nice because load speeds are good, and it's really no big deal. Gonna do some more gliding here, because that's what Meta Knight's good at. Into DK. He's gonna also jump into me, probably. Yeah. So that fight's extremely easy. Samus is also fairly easy. Theoretically. Cool. Got some Pokemon music. Because we can. And that's all Pika. Which is kind of nice. Because that's sometimes a really annoying fight. Oh man. What am I doing? Okay. So Rob is like too light for this to combo, apparently. Just kind of weird. Alright. Gonna move on to here, and then do Ridley. This would be a great time to get turbo, like I did earlier, but whatever. Thought I hit it. Meant to. Alright. That was a pretty good Ridley, actually. The spike ball helped a lot. Wow, that was like frame perfect button. Alright, so Bowser's really easy because I can up B him through the platform. Just like that, and he's dead. So Bowser is literally no concern at all. Same with DDD coming up, he's also really easy. Just because they're oddly light for what they are. They shouldn't be, but they are. Alright. Alright, I guess we can do that then. That worked. It is better to KO enemies off the side as opposed to the top, because the animations are faster. But it's really not that big of a deal. Also, if you do an up B, when you're kind of like falling off of a ledge, you can't do another one because you're not like fully on the ground, I guess. But a little annoying. That was a pretty good Falco. He's a bit annoying because of the platform positions. Fox is also a little annoying, but not too bad. Yeah, he's a little annoying. Nice. Alright, then we'll move on to Meta Ridley. And then get kind of close to finishing up. Because after Meta Ridley, there's about 10 more enemies, possibly? Something like that. That's good RNG. Alright. Get the Pokeball trophy because it showed up. Mario is really quick. as a lot of them are. I think this is the shortest segment in the game. Might be wrong, might be another one, but Mario is extremely fast. Gonna make our way to Gallium here. Trying not to get caught by the carpet. Good. That room can be really bad if you don't do it fast. But luckily, Minus makes it even faster. So there's little risk if you do it fairly well. Or Pichu sound effects. Lots of Pichu sound effects. This is... Let's stop that now. Okay. Gonna go in here. We don't really need to heal, but I'm gonna warp back here later, similar to what I did after Olimar. Because it's a lot faster, because loads. And it's just faster and safer because you gotta heal. And heals are nice. Cool. So Zelda's still kind of annoying. Not really that much, or not as much as Vanilla, but still bad. Wow. Gonna glide over this stuff like we normally do. Say hi to Peach. Say bye to Peach. Gonna do another reset. And that's the last one for the run. I did not hold up, but okay. That was strange. Anyways, this resets the cycles also, like entering the room. So, guaranteed to get this cycle every time, which is kind of nice. Now we got Pokemon Trainer, or Charizard in this case, who is also no work, or no big deal. Just kind of nice. Now we got Wario. These fights are all going really well in this maze. Alright, could have died there actually. Tried to glide, but if I missed that, it would have killed me. Dead. Kind of happy that he jumped. If he didn't, I might not have gotten the kill there, but he did, so it's cool. Alright, lots of Waluigi sounds. Rayquaza. Alright, that was kind of a lot of damage taken. So I'm going to, well, actually, yeah, we need to do this anyways. You need to go through here to warp back to an earlier spot. Wait, Lucas. Ooh. Alright, bye. This maze is really good so far. Alright. Then we got Lucario. I missed the input for. Order is also really good at taking out enemies. I will take that. That was kind of interesting. And unintentional, but it worked. Alright. Ice Climbers, then 3 more after that. Ah, wrong one. That works. Alright, so now we have 3 more enemies and then the final boss, and then we're done. So first one is Ike. Who is now gone. Then we're gonna have Marth. I'm gonna go in this door to reset that moving ceiling on the right. It's faster than waiting. Alright, Marth. Okay. Alright. Barely outrun that. Ganon's gonna be a jerk. As he always does. That was perfect. Also, get ready on time. It'll be about another like 20 seconds. So now we get Sonic, and I now know why they've been hiding Sonic from us. Or not letting us use Sonic yet. Because it's a little broken. Also time. Yeah, for some reason Sonic shreds through enemies, or shreds through bosses. And I don't know why. That's just kind of how his side B works. Hey, that was a 155-57. 43. So missed road record by about a minute. But that's Brawl Minus. Hope you guys enjoyed, and
Yeah,
thanks for having me.
yeah. Thank you so much for running. It was such an awesome one. It was really nice to see. Thank you.
Thank you.
I was the entire time here and wrote in the chat and stuff. Okay, but yeah.
Yeah.
Th- um, Thank you for showing this awesome mod, and I hope you have a great time at the mystery tournament.
Thank you very much.
No problem. I hope, yeah, hope you have a great rest weekend. Okay. Thank you and see ya. Okay. So it's not Sonic, it's Sonic. Sonic and the yeah boy. Okay. So now we will have a setup phase. Yo, SWC, thank you again. So now we will have a quick setup phase, and then you will see some awesome target testing from Count Gooby. See ya soon.